Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Want to talk about Kanye West's accusations against Drake Thursday, December 13th, 2018, in light of the subject of Illuminati. So many people, when they hear the word Illuminati, they think conspiracy theory, nonsense, fictitious, not real, tinfoil hat, mom's basement, etc., etc. And for all the people who feel this way, it's because they're ignorant. The Illuminati is a real thing. It was established May 1st, 1776, as the Bavarian Illuminati by Adam Weishaupt, the most knowledgeable Mason of his era. And the Illuminati has existed ever since. The founders wrote letters about the worry that Illuminati had infiltrated all of Freemasonry. And not just the founders of the United States discussed that, Masons across the world did. The Illuminati was established as a branch of Freemasonry. It's believed it took over all of Freemasonry. And unless you live under a rock, you should know that Freemasonry controls the world of entertainment. And if Illuminati controls the world of Freemasonry, then they might as well be one and the same. So, I'm going to show you how this entire thing of Kanye West, who's this giant distraction for the masses, essentially an Illuminati tool, why he's being used and speaking out against Drake on the day that he did. It had to do with both of these men. And then I'm going to show you how Ariana Grande fits into this, who's now become part of the headlines about this debacle, and even Pete Davidson. So, let's go through it piece by piece. Kanye West, his birthday is June 8th. Again, if you're new here, I've been doing this for 5 years, showing how all news headlines are contrived by a very repetitive code. It involves birthdays, the date of the news, and the secret numerical code behind the English language. English isn't the first language that's based on a numerical code. Latin, Greek, Hebrew, they're all the same way, probably more. But anyway, from Kanye's birthday, June 8th, to the outburst, December 13th, was 188 days later. And this is a number we often talk about. If you haven't read my book, I elaborate on this number. Bavarian Illuminati sums to 188. And it's no secret that the dollar bill is full of Illuminati and Masonic symbolism. The US dollar bill denominations are the 1, the 2, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, the 100. You add up those denominations, what do they sum to? 188, and not by accident. It's the reason we have that nonsensical $2 bill that you hardly ever see. They're practically collector's items. So, earlier this year, Kanye West, he had a little thing going with Drake, and then he apologized, and he said he was sending his good energy and love to Drake and his family. And notice the emphasis on good energy and love. Media all over emphasize these words, good energy and love, which sums to 188. Now, I want you to notice how the word Illuminati syncs with Kanye West. Illuminati 120 and 48, Kanye West 120 and 48. And not that long ago, there was the death of a man, Joseph Doc Marquise, who said he was Illuminati. You can look up this man. He has videos on YouTube. He was a Christian writer who claimed to be an ex-member of the Illuminati. Look into him. He just died November 20th, 2018. And I just want you to see the name he went by, Doc Marquise, in light of Illuminati. These are the 4 base ciphers for understanding this code. The dark green's the alphabetic order. A's 1, B's 2, C's 3, up to Z. The 26th letter is 26. The next cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So A's still 1, B's still 2, C's still 3, D's still 4. Where it changes is when you get to J, the 10th letter. Instead of writing J as 10, you take the numerology of 10. So 10's numerology is 1 plus 0 is 1. Then the next letter, K, instead of it being the 11th letter, it's 1 plus 1 is 2. You do the same thing all the way up to Z. Instead of Z being 26, 2 plus 6 is 8. So you make each letter a single-digit number, then you add the word. The next cipher is the reverse alphabetic order, making Z1 counting back to A is 26. And then the last cipher is that reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Notice Illuminati 69 in that cipher. This man who just died November 20th, 2018. 11 plus 20 plus 20 plus 18. A date was 69 numerology. He died 25 days after his birthday. Death 25. So, anyway, just helping you get more familiar with the code. Illuminati 12048. Kanye West 12048. Now here's where it gets more interesting. From Drake's birthday to the date of this, public beef between Kanye West and Drake, or more of a one-way beef. It seemed like Drake was just laughing about it, through his social media responses. But it came on Drake's 51st day of his age. And why does that matter? Notice it's also 1 month and 20 days, which looks a bit like 120. But with regards to 51 days, the Bavarian Illuminati was established May 1st, 1776. May 1st, 5-1-51. It was established by Adam Weishaupt, whose name equals 51, like conspiracy, secret society. Now, notice this. The date that the Bavarian Illuminati was established, May 1st, 1776, it was a date with 99 numerology. 99. I'll show you why this matters. When you write out 13, it sums to 99. The Bavarian Illuminati was established with 13 families. 13. The name West, as in Kanye West, has gematria of 13 and 41. 41's the 13th prime number. For the record, USA equals 41. The nation that began with 13 colonies, 13 stripes on the flag. Now notice the date of Kanye sending his good energy and love. This was September 5th. September 5th. From that day, September 5th, to the latest, outburst was 99 days later. 99. And I'll show you something else about September 5th real quick. September 5th leaves 117 days left in the year. 117. The reason that matters is because when you write out 13, with the alphabetic order it's 99, with the reversed alphabetic order it's 117. And notice the 45 connections. Think about Kanye West's love affair with number 45, Donald Trump, wearing his MAGA hat. MAGA's got that 13 thing going too. Make America Great Again. I'm sure you guys haven't forgotten. Also, for just a little bit more history, before we get to the Ariana Grande piece, this is a history lesson for you right here. On September 9th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress adopted a new name for what had been called the United Colonies. The moniker United States of America has remained since then as a symbol of freedom and independence. So it was September 9th that the name the United States of America was made official. Before that, it was the United Colonies. It began with 13 colonies. So 99 for the United States of America, which equals 99. The Bavarian Illuminati was established May 1st, 1776, just before all this happened. A little bit later in the year, September 9th. Again, when you write out 13, it's 99. 13 colonies, 13 stripes. Think about the Illuminati symbolism on the dollar bill. The pyramid with the all-seeing eye at the top. 13 layers of bricks on that pyramid. Notice September 9th also leaves 113 days left in the year. United States has gematria of 113. Perfect day. United States of America has the gematria of 99. United States has the gematria of 113. Perfect day. And again, the Bavarian Illuminati was established just before this, May 1st, 1776, a date with 99 numerology. From the establishment of the Bavarian Illuminati to the name change for the United States of America was 132 days later. 132 days. And why does that matter? United States of America, when you flip the alphabetic order around, is 132. So there's more I could explain there, but I just want you to see how significant these numbers are to history and to understand that what you're witnessing here with Drake and Kanye West, it's no different. The people who control the world, they control your government, they control your media, they control your entertainers, and they do everything by this code. Why? Because their belief system is Kabbalah. Kabbalah says that God created the world by merging the letter with the number with the word. These people play God by observing this knowledge and using it every single day in every little thing they do that comes through the media. You know? All right, so Ariana Grande, now she's become a part of this. Apparently, yesterday, Friday, she put out a tweet or something, and she said, hey, can me and Miley Cyrus get some attention for our new song, and, you know, enough with the Kanye West and Drake. Well, it wasn't long ago that Mac Miller died on the day where I said to look for a celebrity death, and what I pointed out were a number of things. If you haven't seen my work on Mac Miller's death and September 7th and everything I do with Ariana Grande, there's a whole lot there. But one of the things I pointed out was Ariana Grande on her YouTube channel at the time of his death had 188 videos. And not only that, but from the day that they broke up, May 10th, to the day he reportedly died, you know, I guess from an overdose, that's the latest, it was 120 days later. And again, Illuminati's 120, Bavarian Illuminati's 188. So, show you something else just for another example of the relevance of these numbers. Kofi Annan, who used to be the head of the United Nations, he died earlier this year on August 18th, a date that can be written 18/8. He died at age 80. And notice his full name, Kofi Ada Annan equals 80. He was a Nobel Peace Prize winner, 80. He received the Nobel Peace Prize on October 12th in history, the day that leaves 80 days left in the year. Look at Bavarian Illuminati, 188, dead August 18th, 18/8, dead at age 80. Not by accident. So, anyway. Ariana Grande, we've talked about her being part of these Illuminati rituals before, most recently with the Mac Miller thing. And again, the way to understand this is these people are essentially, you know, the puppets of the Illuminati. It's not like they're the shot callers, but they're used by this organization. They're people that have the mind's eye of the masses. That's why they put them out there. They have Kanye West talking about what right now? Mental illness, something that more and more people are suffering from. And why is that? Well, it's because of what's being done in this world. You know, more chemicals in the food that aren't good for us. They're not good for our physical well-being. They're not good for our mental well-being. Plus, you have people becoming more and more isolated due to technology. More and more people living in front of computers instead of, you know, having healthy social relationships with friends, family, community. And then you also have this constant reinforcement of mental illness. Again, that's one of the key concepts of Hermeticism. Mentalism. All is mental. So all of this programming is giving people all of these negative thoughts. For some people, those negative thoughts manifest into their own reality. You know, oh, maybe I got mental illness. I'm having drama with people on social media too. And think about it. I mean, it's happening all over the nation. So now Pete Davidson's become part of this story. Apparently he's suicidal right now because he's been getting trolled on social media. And here's the latest from TMZ. You know, Ariana Grande, the man that she just broke it off with by the numbers, which we covered in October. Just look at this. The day that Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson broke it off was October 14th. That was the day the relationship came to an end. Today, the date of Pete Davidson making the news, which is a Saturday, and he's on Saturday Night Live, right? Probably help get some more views for Saturday Night Live tonight. From the breakup to today's news is 62 days later. Pete Davidson has Gematria 62. The name Pete has Gematria 62. So, again, just understand that everything done in the news, it's done this way. Measured from data significance to the date of the news. It's often from the birthday, but because this has to do with the broken engagement, that's why we're measuring from that. Sure, if we measure from Pete Davidson's birthday, there's also something interesting there. We'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Until next time.